Hello and welcome to SoulSpace with Mem. And today we're talking to Carolina. And Carolina was in our Women in Business magazine. And I'm just going to turn to her page so you can see her story. Oh yeah, she's got a big double page. Mm-hmm. So Carolina's a beekeeper. So Carolina, tell us your business name and what you do.
Yes, so my business name is Miele d'Oro, which means honey of gold. And I was born 3 years ago. And I started just selling honey at the local markets. And then I slowly introduced skincare products, starting just simply with a face moisturizer, which is made mostly with the beeswax that I get from my apiary. And then I slowly introduce every now and then a few new products to the range. Yeah.
So how many bees do you have?
I have 60,000 per hive.
Per hive.
And I have 32 hives. So, yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of bees.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd love to know more about a general overview on how the beehives work, with the queen bee. That conversation, how they all look after the queen bee.
Yeah. It's a bit complex, but to make it really simple and more accessible to everyone, we can just simply imagine that a beehive works as a beehive is made of 60,000 units, and the queen that guides them, but they work as a whole organism. So they communicate with each other, and so they let know each other where the food is and how is the queen, if there's any need in the colony, how is the environment outside the colony, and they all have different roles since they're born until they die. The lifespan of a bee is 6 weeks, not longer. So they have different jobs in the inside and outside the apiary. But as I said, because they work as a whole organism, their roles are interchangeable. So if all the young bees die, the old bee, they have to go back to their initial roles, and then they need to do other jobs. So they're pretty flexible, and I like to say resilient and really ready to act in case of emergency. So they always know what to do, how to do it, and when, in order to keep the family healthy.
And your job as their keeper is just to maintain their surroundings. Is that right?
Yeah, because they know what to do and they don't need me. If I would leave them in nature, they would survive, no worries. But because I became a beekeeper, so a farmer, I'm putting them inside a box, which is the beehive, and I'm forcing them in an environment that is not really natural. Let's say so I have to, and because my final aim is to get some honey from them, which is the final reward, I need to keep them healthy, and I need to make sure that their well-being is maintained in this environment, which they wouldn't choose. They would prefer they would love a box, but they would prefer like a big trunk of a tree, or so they can hide it from the wind and the natural elements like rain or excruciating sun. So I need to make sure that they can still live in a proper environment where they can strive and be happy.
And so why did you become a beekeeper?
So at the beginning, I was just interested in the bees. I was attracted by the world of the bees, but I had no idea about the meaning of keeping them. And then you realize that it's a big commitment. So you basically become a farmer, and you have a lot of things to think about. And if you like it from the beginning, and you embrace the commitment, and you decide to do it, because you do it not only for yourself, you do it for the community, because without bees, we all won't have any food. And I noticed that when I started in Italy, the annual crop harvest in the surrounding increased over 30% in 1 year. And everybody was surprised. Everybody was telling me, oh, I got so much more vegetables in my garden, in my veggie garden this year. And then I told them, well, I had bees in the last 12 months. So that must be because of that. It is true. So yeah, it's a commitment that is also has a reflection on the community.
I bet you there aren't many women beekeepers around.
Yeah, there's a lot. I actually joined a group of women in beekeeping, and it's Australia-wide. But I don't know. Sometimes I'm a bit upset because between women there's often misunderstandings and a bit of competition. While that's why the majority of my friends beekeepers are male and old men, because it's easier. I don't know. I try to share my knowledge on my small knowledge about bees on this group, but I didn't got much attention, or so I don't know. There must be some competition factor that is not doesn't really make sense, because that's something that we should all share. In fact, I have a project with. I would love that everybody should have a beehive in their backyard. That's a big project, but in the old times, everybody had one, because it was useful for the veggie garden, and all the community everybody had a beehive.
Mm-hmm.
And then the local beekeeper would keep them going. So that's something that I'm really interested in. It's a bit of a big project, but why not?
That's amazing, because then if everyone can have the bee hive, then we're all helping as the community as a major whole. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we are all interconnected. I mean, I'm learning that from the bees, and now that we are isolated, I think we're all understanding how interconnected we all are, and we are missing this interconnection.
Yeah, I think that it's what you're saying about competition amongst the women, and that was pretty much the main reason why I started the Women in Business group, to, I guess, encourage to change that in the community, even though I knew it was such a big thing to try and achieve. And I still, to this day, I try to encourage people to not compete and to collaborate. And yeah, it's a huge journey. But yeah, I think like knowing you, from me, just knowing you, you remind me of, I can see you, and I can see that you learn from your bees and you live like them. You're always like, I know that in the past you've messaged me and, have you checked this? Have you checked this? Have you checked this? And I love that. And, that's how we need to work as friends, as a community and like, if you hadn't done that for me, I would have made so many mistakes in my work. So yeah, it takes sometimes just one person to change something, and then, that just continues on and on and on. But we just have to focus on making the small steps. But yeah, another reason why I wanted to get you on here is because I have been trying to focus on my self-care, and the isolation has made me decide to completely stop and give myself a turn to have some self-care. So I've been trying to do my yoga and doing some gut health stuff, and beauty comes into that. Now this is another woman thing. I don't wear makeup. I don't, I don't straighten my hair every day like I know 90% of women do. But yeah, I grew up, I guess, just trying to, I don't know, I was raised by my father as well. So there was not much feminine stuff going on. And we're coming up to a series that I'm filming in, when the isolation is finished. And I feel like, okay, it's my turn. I'm putting myself on the list. And so one of those things is your beauty products. So I'm amazed by your beauty products because it's not makeup, it's self-care. Which I just love. So tell me a little bit about how you came into doing these products from your bees.
So because I don't wear makeup either,
cool.
I'm not used to, because my mom wasn't used to, so she didn't teach me how to put mascara on. I have no idea. Every time I put the mascara on, I become a panda after straight away. So no, I can't wear makeup. So my beauty routine is really simple, and I always struggle to find the right products because if you look at the label of the list of ingredients is so big.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people are allergic to one of these 35 ingredients on the list. Not including myself. Luckily, I never had allergies, but I always struggle to find the right ingredients. So every time I do a harvest of honey and I need to extract the honey from the hive, I have a lot of beeswax as a byproduct. And the beeswax together with oils, simply like that, blended together, is the oldest, the most ancient ointment cream that has been used thousands of years ago. So I gave it a go, and of course at the beginning the texture of the moisturizer was terrible. And then because of my background, I'm a medical scientist, I always worked in labs. With my mind, I set up a few protocols and procedures. Yeah, and I came up with this moisturizer, which is my best seller. It has been I sold a lot since the beginning. The texture is really silky. It's really creamy. It's not greasy at all. And yeah, it took me a while to find the right oils and the right ratio between oils and beeswax. And yeah.
It feels amazing. I love, and I've heard people raving about, I'm going to put some on now because I haven't put it on.
You really need Yeah, and usually you really need a small amount because it goes a very long way.
Look at that. Yeah. Oh my God, it feels amazing. Yeah, no, I've been using it for a few weeks and look at my skin. Oh my God, it feels so nice. And see, I've got nothing on my skin now. Like I've got no makeup. So, and I have a bit of dry skin. I can't believe I'm putting this on now, but I love it. And it just feels so, and it smells amazing.
And I only use...
Sorry, you go.
Yeah, for the fragrance, I only use essential oils. So what you can smell is sweet orange, ylang ylang, rose geranium, and lavender.
Because you're a medical scientist, are you medical scientist? Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that.
I studied in Italy at uni for 5 years. So I was mainly involved in pathology labs. So I would be the operator behind the big machinery that from the blood gives the numbers to the to the GP, so the GP can make a diagnosis and give a treatment to the patient. And so I've been doing this for 10 years. And then the last two, I was studying genetics, so it was something that was completely different, but still it was a very practical job. So I had to be on the bench, mixing my, I call them potions, but they were not potions, of course. They were measured precisely components of a reaction that then we would have had to study to see the final numbers and trying to understand the relation between numbers. So the last project was related to the Parkinson disease early onset. So we would get the DNA from people aged between 35 and 45 years, and we would try to understand which genes were involved in the onset of Parkinson in these patients. That was my last job. But in fact, making the products, it's a little bit of, for me, like being in a lab or cooking. And I apply the same approach to the beekeeping. So that's why there's a big difference between a bee lover and a beekeeper, because we are all bee lovers. We all think that the bees are so cute. But then when you become a beekeeper, you become a farmer, and you need to be scientific, because you can't be only emotional, because it happens that sometimes you squash a bee or you need to take decisions for the wellness of the whole family. So you need to be firm and rational.
But that's amazing though, because in business, like as in like a corporate business person also has to have those firm, strong ways to have a successful career and a business. So, you've got those business skills there that you can transfer to any kind of work that you do. And going back to your medical scientist experience, I mean, all your beauty products, they have all been adapted based on a science background. They're not just someone who's just whipped them up because they like them. They've all got healing properties or benefits that you have designed.
Yeah. And they still remain very, very simple, because we don't really need many ingredients to have them to be really beneficial and effective.
So this one here is a night face serum. I haven't used this, so tell me what I do with that one.
This one has two main benefits. The first one is it's a medium term benefit because jojoba is a natural plant-based collagen. So you will see the results in like a couple of weeks. And the rose hip is a boost of vitamin C. So it's really good for the renewing of the
rejuvenation.
Yeah, of the skin cells.
Mm-hmm.
So they are combined, and so you will see these results, like say in 1 or 2 weeks. And then the immediate effect is once you put a couple of drops in the palms of your arms and you rub them together, you can smell the frankincense and the neroli and the rosewood essential oil. And once you put them towards your face and you inhale, you will, that's an immediate effect, because it's really, I like the fragrance. And the frankincense has anti-aging properties.
So do I put this on my face at night time or now?
Yeah, but I used it on during the day as a base for the moisturizer, because also
I should have done that first.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They will blend, because the moisturizer has also the jojoba oil, so they will blend anyway.
So first put the face serum and then the moisturizer. So I've got the serum. Then I've got the moisturizer. And then, okay, hang on. Then this is the body lotion.
The body lotion, this is a travel size and is made as the same principle of the moisturizer, but is as a texture that is more liquid. So you, with the pump, you can pump it on your hands and distribute it on your
Yeah,
body.
it's a lot lighter.
Yeah. So you can, and the best way to use it is after the shower or the bath, when the skin is still wet. And
it smells different again. It smells different to the other one.
This one is a blend of citrusy notes, including lemon myrtle, honey myrtle, a lot of native Australian flowers.
Love that one. Okay, so that's for your body. Now, there's a lip balm here.
Yeah, this one is also a big seller because it's simply coconut oil and beeswax and a few drops of sweet orange essential oil.
I love that
and
one.
The beauty,
I love that.
The beauty of this product. Do you like it?
Yeah, I've already got one of them. That's because you gave me this Mother's Day gift, and I've already got the lip balm before, so now I've got two. So then this hair serum, I'm interested in this.
This one is so nice because, again, I'm terrible with myself and I don't know,
beauty care.
Hair, yeah, beauty care, zero. So all of them are really easy to use, and you need a few drops, and it's really easy. For example, this one, you can use it when you exit from the shower and your hair are still wet. You just put a few drops on your hands. Again, you rub them, and then you just rub your hair.
Can you put it in dry like this?
Yeah, also, yeah. Because my friend yesterday, a friend of mine, she said, I'll use them today. I'll use them after when my hair are already dry, and next time I use them when they're wet. So I'll tell you the difference. I use it when they're still wet, because I don't use the hair dryer, so then you can leave them naturally dry.
Look at me, I'm doing my self-care.
See?
Look at
That's
shiny.
a very basic. Yeah. This one is argan oil, kukui oil, and macadamia.
Oh my God. My hair's so dry.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And it's not greasy.
No. Look, it's shiny. Look at that. Cool. So how much of that do you need to put in your hair?
Oh, it depends on the length of your hair. So for me, it's just a few drops, but you have long hair.
Wow.
As needed.
And every day?
I would do just once a week.
Oh, okay.
But initially, because if you feel that your hair are particularly dry, you can use it every time you wash them. So if you wash them more often, I don't think it won't hurt. And the kukui oil is good for the fizzy hair. So because it's really humid, it helps to avoid like fizziness.
That's really cool. So this is amazing because for the next month I'm going to be doing my self-care. So what's this one?
Oh, and this is a roll-on. This is a blend of essential oils. I made 5 different blends, and the one that I gave you, it's a bit stronger, but I did it in purpose because it's a bit of strong. Because you have floral.
Roller bottle.
Yes.
I love it. And you know what? With all your products, you can tell that there's been a lot of thought put behind it. It's not just some random, because I've got essential oils and I'll just mix them up and stuff, but they don't make much sense. You know, they just like, you know, I'll follow some directions or something. But there's something interesting about that.
Yeah, because behind the perfumes as well, I studied a little bit, but if you want to have a good blend, you need to categorize the notes in 3 different categories, and then you need to make a ratio between them that is true, needs to make sense. And there's rules about that. And I noticed that if you follow the rules, the blend has a different character and makes sense.
And so you have a kind of a recipe book for perfumes. You'd have some.
Talks about notes, perfume notes, and then gives you some example. But then, because there's infinite combinations, I only have I just have a big box of essential oils, and every now and then, according to these rules, I make new ones, and then I adjust them because they have to age as well. So I have a few on the bench aging, and then again correct them.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know you have to age it. So it's like a wine.
Yeah, like I have one that is called Summer, and I had a leftover roll-on that my friend came to visit me after 1 year, and she said, "Oh, you still have this one?" And she smelled it, and she said, "Oh my God, it's even better after 1 year." So we need to rename it. We have to call it Last Summer because it's,
oh my God.
Yeah, 1 year old. So I should make a big batch now that I know that they become the solid one that I already found that they're good. I need to make a big batch, so then with them, once they're aged, they will be even better.
Because that's a very unique business market to like. You don't have a huge amount of quantities, but there's that quality in your product that you can't just repeat. You know, like these big corporate places. If you went and bought perfume off them, it will probably go off after some time. But yours is like, you know, it gets better with age.
Yeah, and also the other thing is that everyone is different. So even if I make a big batch, for me, big batch means 10 items per product. In case of the roll-on, for example, they're different because I can follow my protocol and my quantities, but in one maybe there's a one extra drop of.
Oh yes, yeah.
So they are different, and same with every batch will be different from the next one. And the reason, for example, for the beeswax based product is, for example, the beeswax this time is really golden because the bees during the last few months they've been foraging from what was the tree? The bloodwood tree, and the pollen is orange, almost really dark orange. So the beeswax became really golden, even if I washed it and prepared it more than once to make it clear, but it's still golden, very, very strong color. So the next batch of body lotion and moisturizer will be really golden.
Oh, so okay, so it changes. It's like cheese, is it, as well? Cheese can change because I'm food background. So cheese is the same because depending on what the cows are eating, the cheese quality. Oh wow, that's amazing. So your beauty products is the same.
Yeah, every batch is different. For some small feature, yeah.
And I can't believe that you're in Murwillumbah and the Northern Rivers and near Byron Bay. We've got so many amazing products up here. So you were going to say something?
Oh, no.
No? There's a few. Okay. So we've got the hair serum and then one more here. This one.
Is it? Shimmering body oil.
So what is this?
So this one is a fragrance. It's an oil with a beautiful blend of essential oils, and has mica, which is a natural inert mineral that gives a little bit of shimmer and sparkle when you put it on your skin. So I made it for the décolleté because to to use it in here, or you can even use it on your shoulders. That's more for when we go out and you want to be a little bit glamorous.
Oh wow! Hang on, you can't see. Oh my gosh! It looks like you know that crystal. Is it that stone, the brown stone, the crystal?
No, labradorite. The other one.
It's browny, coppery. Oh my gosh! Hang on, I'm going to put it on my face.
Yeah, yeah. Because see.
Oh my god! I never wear makeup.
But this one just a very gentle enhancer of the.
Oh my gosh! It's so beautiful on my skin because I'm brown.
Yeah, it's better on darker skin.
Not only is it shimmery, it actually has good benefits for your skin.
Yeah, there's a lot of vitamin E because of the rice or bran oil, and again jojoba, almond. I always use the same oils really with different ratio.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I try to keep it easy for me, and you don't really need many ingredients. There's emulsifiers.
Yeah.
An infinite list of useless ingredients, really. But I understand that who produces in big quantities needs to stabilize the product, to stabilize the life shelf, shelf life.
So how many, has the isolation corona, has it affected your business in a, bad way? Good way?
Well, yeah, because my main income, I used to rely mainly on the local market sales. So now all the markets have been canceled. And also, I just had a few big orders from natural shops, even from Western Australia. And I feel so sorry because they just started launching my products, not only from, also other places in Southport, Karambing, but they had to close. So they're not going to reorder soon. So that's a problem. And for me, for them, and the markets being closed, that's another big income that I'm losing. So I'm trying to sell online, and now trying to promote myself through the social media, but it's a job, and I'm not really good at it. It's not my job.
Yeah, but I think if you can work on your foundation during this isolation, then when everything starts again, you would have got all these things out of the way that you didn't like doing, your social media and all of that. So it's it can be a good thing, but yeah, definitely everyone's going online, but who knows, maybe this isolation will only be for a few more weeks, and then everything will start getting back to normal. But you have a great product, and I think on your online stuff, has that increased at all, your online selling at the moment?
I had a couple of very good weeks. It's completely unpredictable, but I had good orders from Brisbane, Victoria. So it must be word of mouth. Some customers is referring me to friends, so they're finding me online. So yeah, I can't complain. I won't complain. It's better. I'm not used to, so I do whinge a little bit, but I'm learning.
It's
Who doesn't?
It's the European blood.
But I'm learning new things. For example, now I'm studying how to take good pictures.
Yes. I've noticed online, I've noticed you've been taking more pictures. So that's awesome. So that's great, because the social media is, you know, such an important part of your business. But no, this is awesome. So I think that's awesome. And thank you for sharing your products with me. And I'm going to do this regime now every day. I'll make sure I do it at the right time, because I'm looking after my skin. I was reading somewhere, well, you were talking about looking after yourself from the outside, right? So that's me looking after myself from the outside. I got rid of all my chemicals that I use on my body, so I don't use any chemicals on my hair or skin. So I'll be using your products. And then I'm looking after my health as in the inside as well, and doing my yoga. So yeah, and I'm hoping that the women who watch this will also, and also the whole collection of health videos that we'll be doing, that they'll be able to join the journey and learn with me, so we can all do it together. And so I guess if anyone wants to buy your products, you can go on Facebook, or how do people purchase your products?
Yeah, on my website, which is www.mieledoro.com.au, but you can find it on Facebook as well, Miele d'Oro. Yeah.
It's kind of backwards. But yeah, and you're based in Murwillumbah, but you deliver, right? You deliver products too?
Yeah, at the moment I'm delivering every Thursday. I do a drive all around. So my customers can place an order online and select pick up at the checkout. So I know that it's a delivery and it's free.
Oh, you got free delivery?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. All right. Well, thank you for coming and talking to us today. I hope soon I'll be able to come and have a look at your bees, and we'll take some more camera shots and things like that. But yeah, we've got lots to do together. So hang in there, and hopefully next time I see you, I'll be looking more beautiful.
Oh, for sure. You already are. You already do.
I'm feeling it. It's funny though, you know, it's not something that I've done all my life, so it's a bit strange. But I'm trying to, I don't know, not fake it till you make it. But I'm just trying to do it. If you start doing it, then you'll start.
It's just a routine, a habit. We can change habits, because we are animal of habits, but we can change them. So then we get used to the new us.
So that's like the bees, though. You told me once that they can adapt to change.
Yeah, they're really good in that.
See,
yeah.
See, and is that a guitar next to you?
Yeah.
Do you play?
No, that's Clancy's.
I was going to make you play. Oh, you're funny. So yes, it's great, because you not only help people with your products, but just by being who you are, you know, you've helped me a lot. But yeah, I can see your personality is like the bees, like adapting to change, and then, you know, there's so much to learn from you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using your products, and yeah, like I said, next time I see you, hopefully we'll look more beautiful.
Yes, of course, for sure.
Okay. Thanks, Carolina.
Thank you. I hope I'll see you soon again.
Definitely. Bye, Da.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao.